Hey you, welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial, you are going to be learning an amazing way to update user data using WordPress API. But before we dive into that, please, I'm begging, please just click this subscribe button. Subscribe, I beg, subscribe. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive straight to WordPress dashboard. So in this page, the last time I treat about the WordPress API. As you can see, how to create a user account with WordPress API. So today you are going to be learning how to edit the user account you actually created. So this is a new WordPress installation because I just update my system. The other system I was using was having it, so I was having some issue. So this is a new MacBook. So we'll be creating the endpoint again from scratch, and also we're going to be learning how to update the user data using API. Okay, so I'm going to dive straight to my VS Code now. Okay, on my VS Code section, there are two possible ways for us to achieve this. Is either we are creating a new plugin or we are using a theme function. So first, if we are to use the theme function, we check the current theme that we are currently active on. So my current active theme is 2020, and we are going to look into that directory. So I'll go to themes, then I'll look for 2020, which is this particular one we have here. Then under 2020, we are going to go to functions.php. So under this function.php, we'll just scroll down to the last feed. Then over here, we are going to initialize the create user API. So here I'm going to have create user API. Okay, so over here I'm going to first initialize the REST API interface. So I'm going to say, okay, REST API init, but I love to use class. I love to use class a lot. So please, let's dive into using class and stop using the object the procedural method. So in this case, we are going to declare class day user API. So class day user API, then close. Then the first class day user API, I'm going to initialize. I'm going to declare a method called init. So this method is called init method. So inside this init method, we are going to declare the REST API init. So as you can see, my GitHub Copilot has automatically add that for me. But I'm going to leave a comment, so in case we want to drop the source code. So init API. Okay. So below it, we are going to initialize the API. The API has been initialized. Okay, so I'll copy this method, then take it down to the next method area. Then it's going to declare the add user API, which is what we have here. So in this add user API init, is going to initialize this route. This current route we have here is going to initialize it, but this route that we have here is actually get user. So I'm going to redeclare another route, which is a register user. So here will be register user. Okay, so declare that for me, which is post. Okay, awesome. So here now we are registering the user. Then here update user. Okay, so let's see that. Good. It's still post we are going to be using. So here we get all the user, here we register a user, and here we update a user. So first, let's treat this one after the other. So I'm going to sorry, I don't know if you can see my screen. Let me zoom in so you can see better. So sorry, I should have zoomed my screen actually. Okay, so I believe this is more visual enough for you. Okay, so the very first one is get user. So now let's work with this get user, but first we are going to declare this method. This method is not declared yet, so I'm going to copy this method name, scroll down to the last end after this add user API initializing. So here I'm going to have the I'm going to have the get user method over here. So the get user method is going to be accepting the WP REST route in it. So in case you are not familiar with the direct request, I can just pass something that is more friendly. Okay, so you are going to have WP REST wp rest request. Okay, and this is going to be instantiate into this variable rest. So this variable rest is going to be accepting get param, get param. Okay, what param are we getting? We are getting user. Okay, this get user is a singular. Okay, get user with id. Okay, actually I was thinking it is get users. Okay, since it's get user, let's just accept the param user id. Okay, so this is going to get a specific user from the database. That is what this routes does. It's going to get a specific user from the database, and what we have here is going to check if this user is actually in the base, and if it's not there, it's going to throw this error, else is going to return this user. So all this code is actually declared by the GitHub Copilot to make our recording to make it more faster. So I'm going to save this, which is get single user. Okay, save that. Then let's add get users. So get users because we need to get everybody on our register table. Okay, so get users. So I'm going to do this also. So get users is going to follow the wp rest request method, which is what we have above. So here we have all the users method declared by WordPress. So get users is what we have, which is binding to here. So if there's an issue getting everybody, then we have this what error. Else is going to return the success key. So save this now, and I'm going to now try to load this get users, that is everybody in my base, and currently I only have a single user, which is admin. I'm the one. Okay, so I'm going to copy this route. Let me copy this guy. Before I copy this guy,